Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. Audio mixer. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That will do. All right, let's see how this goes. Let's go to the Discord. Oh, wait, no, I gotta start this shit. Wait. Connect to TikTok Live. Show that chat box. Boom. All right, connect it. We're good. We're good. We're golden. I gotta put notify me on myself. Wait. There we go. All right, but yeah, we're here. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Can you please go watch that video? Which video? Which one are you referring to? You sent the link? Did you? I haven't been checking messages recently. Let me see what's up here. Wait, where did you send it? Here on TikTok or? Because I'm not seeing it in my messages. Yeah, still not seeing it in my messages anywhere. Yo, what's good, Hugh? What is up? Okay, I'm never gonna get this name right. Reverse Starks Happy Meal. How you doing today? Yeah, where'd you send the video? I don't see it in my TikTok DMs. See if we can get some peoples up in here. Get some of the gang up in here. Gang, gang, gang. Hi, Hugh. What's up, Hex? How you doing today? Reverse Starks Happy Meal is right. All right, got you, got you. Why are you scared of the Lord? I'm not scared of the Lord. I just don't think he exists. I don't think that asking where is this guy at constitutes me being scared of him. Don't question me, for I'm the Most High. Don't test me. Okay, then I have no reason to believe in him. It's that simple. You just call me Jacob or Jake. I'll call you Reverse Starks Happy Meal only because I'm so proud to get it right that I want to make sure I keep saying it. What changed your opinion, man? Genuinely curious. I'm at the point where I don't know what to think. For me, reading the Bible started that, and looking for evidence and finding none of it convincing is what finished it for me. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good. Glad. Thank you for asking. The Lord is in your heart. I've gotten a chest X-ray done once, and I didn't see him in there. You should read the Book of Mormon. The things I'd rather do than read the Book of Mormon, I can't say on TikTok. I'd get taken down for like I'd get taken down for some you know, and given a they probably tell me to call somebody, call 1-800-273-8255 or something if I say what I'd rather do. Hi, what's up, Dwayne Young? How you doing over on YouTube? Jesus loves you. That doesn't answer my question. What's up, Hillary Clinton? Hillary Clinton, Monica Lewinsky. What's the next one? Kamala Harris. Tell me where happiness is. It's a concept. It's something that you feel when you have the right amount of neurotransmitters and you know, hormones kicking around. As followers of Christ, we should not follow the Book of Mormon. I would agree, but for far different reasons. I just subbed. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. Appreciate it, Dwayne. Find God. That's what I'm trying to do. No such thing as an ex-Christian. You just never was, buddy. That's just outright incorrect. I don't know what to tell you. You're still going to heaven, though, brother. That's all that matters. Let's go. We up. We up. We made it. Maybe at the end of the rainbow. Which rainbow, though? Every time I hear about God, I start crying and feel so loved. I'm not even religious. Are you sure with your name like Christian? I'm more agnostic. I know there's something out there. I just don't know. I don't think there's anything out there personally. Kamala Harris. All right, that works a lot better. I don't know, but he did visit us for a bit, though. The evidence isn't quite that convincing about him even visiting us the first time. The Bible is fiction based on belief and word of mouth. I would agree. I would agree. Find God. All right, bro. Where's he at? Don't know where we were playing hide and seek. Yeah, tell that to him for sure. Who knows? Yeah. I say Hugh. You say Jazz. All right. Yeah, that seems pretty innocent. Yeah, I'll say Jazz. I like Jazz. God is everywhere. I don't see him. Don't feel him. Can't account for him. Hugh. Jazz. Hell yeah. Wait a goddamn second. Wait. All right, Core. You know what? Okay, man. All right, dude. If the moon isn't flat, why can't we see all four sides? All right, dude. Come on. What are you playing? I'm not playing anything right now. I'm just talking to chat on TikTok and over on YouTube where you guys are. See ya. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. And Paul Apollo, thank you for following on TikTok. Appreciate it. Seeing and always believe and have faith. Why should I have faith in one random religion that tells me to have faith in it versus the other ones? You don't know God because you refuse to believe. That's odd. And who is this? Let's see here. Dream Glider, thank you for the follow. If he's real, why did he have the audacity to visit us? Exactly. A better question is for what is God? Something undefined either exists or it doesn't exist. Take that up with the people that believe in him, because apparently they have to know who he is to who he or it or she or they are to believe in it. Read the Bible. I've read it twice. Hope he'll give you forgiveness at the end of the road, brother. Seems kind of odd that simply not believing in this God is what necessitates me needing to be forgiven. It shouldn't be about religion, but about a relationship. Those are the same things. I hope this helps. I think if you research religions and try to find God in each, you'll find the right religion. I highly doubtful. Why would we even care interacting with us? He has better things to do. Exactly. Yeah, like run a whole universe. If there is a God, you have to beg for my forgiveness. Yeah, I think that was inscribed inside of a gas chamber. You need to listen to Cliff. I have listened to Cliff, and his arguments are garbage. Religion and relationship are not the same thing. If your relationship is with a being that you can't even substantiate in the first place, then it is a religion. Yo, I'm back. Hey, back so soon. Who created you? Let me show you real quick. Wait one quick second. So so the hot dog in his left hand and the donut in his right hand. These are like just metaphors for like if you get what I'm going with it. So like the left hand is my dad and the right hand was my mom. And so like back in 1995, they if you okay, you know what I mean. How were people made then? Through evolution and through abiogenesis. Depends on how far back you want to go. It's ironic that a priest is in the vid. A priest played by Charlie Sheen too. Like, I know God is real because the low taper fade meme is massive. Solid reason. Solid reason. His presence is in the love, light, love, and forgiveness around us. At least how I believe. I just call those things love and light and forgiveness. Personally, I believe in evolution as a process, and you should. It's more than enough proof and evidence behind it. I'm your biggest fan. You just got here. No, you're not. Evolution is a theory, not a fact. So a scientific theory is not the same way that you use like a colloquial version of the word theory. A theory in science just means like a collection of facts. Like the theory of gravity, germ theory. These are things that are proven to be true beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's just a collection of the things that prove them and their different aspects. God is in fact not a theory yet. God's a hypothesis at best. Do you believe there's something out there after we die? Personally, I don't. No, I think we just cease to exist after we die. God is everywhere. You can feel him. I'm guessing FEEL / Holy Spirit because you don't seek him and knock and the door shall be open for you. Oh, then here I am knocking at the door. Where's he at? What do you think will happen when you die? Just wondering. I think your brain dies and your body dies and your mind goes with your brain. Ceases to exist. Personally, some folks think the Bible contradicts it, but but it doesn't. Let me explain. Yeah, I know it. I mean, it does if you take it literally, but it doesn't have to. That's what I'm getting at. So you believe this whole life is for nothing? There's no purpose. I don't think there's an objective purpose. No, I don't think there's any purpose outside of what we make for our own individual lives. Faith is needed for it and trust in the Lord. Why would I trust in one particular God figure over all the 10,000 that are real? I thought you were doing a different type of live today. There was another one I was going to run, but at the last second I was like, kind of opens up a bunch of Phil Bros coming in, and I'm not too huge on Phil Bros, because I'm sitting here and trying to get into a philosophical WWE match. It's just I can do it, but it's just I need to have high energy for it. How do you feel about Buddhism? It's pretty chill, pretty chill, pretty chill. I'd probably end up as a Buddhist if they didn't make so many like supernatural literalist claims, but you could be like a secular Buddhist. I might look into that. Do you believe there's an explanation as to why we experience consciousness? Yeah, I think consciousness is just an emergent property of a working brain. It's in simplest terms. I think like your brain, the way it's formed and it working, being turned on, is what causes you to have this experience of consciousness. There's only one God. Take that up with all the people that say that their God is the right one, or that think there's multiple gods, like the pagans. Which of the major religions would you believe if you had to choose? If I had to believe in a god figure, at least one, I'd be a Hindu. If I didn't have to believe in a god figure, I'd be a Buddhist or a Satanist. Who's an atheist? Me, 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 me. Where do we get our morals from? Evolutionary advantage, empathy, societal upbringing, mental state, parental upbringing, religious beliefs to an extent. What else? Life circumstances can cause changes to morality. There's a lot of different things. Satanists, woo! Why do Christians talk about Jesus coming back yearly? I don't know. I think they're trying to convince themselves at this point. I'm an atheist. Welcome in, Star. Good to see you. What is Satanism? I see so many definitions for it. Satanism, in the modern, like LaVeyan sense, is basically this a philosophy of self-love and self accountability, rather than like a belief in an actual Satan or God figure. Which one do you think are happier, atheists or believers? That's impossible for me to answer because happiness varies from person to person. Genesis is much more poetic than literal. It's not a textbook. I think it's neither, personally. When did you start streaming? All together, like late 2020. About this particular topic, like somewhere back in, I want to say September. No, it wasn't September. It was like late August, and I had a resurgence at like early November. I recently heard you criticize biblical authorship and whether it's contemporary. If this is an issue, why would you choose Hinduism? Thanks as always. Yeah. So I figure if I have to believe, if somebody asked me earlier if I had to pick a religion, like which one would it be? And as far as religions go that do believe in a god figure, or at least one god figure that they can't prove to be true, I would at least go with one whose doctrine I can get along with, and that would be Hindus. Why'd you leave Christianity? Lack of evidence for God being true is why I left Christianity. Satan from Satanism is a different guy than from Christianity. Yeah, I mean they're not. It's not even a literal figure in Satanism. I've always been agnostic, but I think it's so common to pray, giving all your worries to faith. It can be. It can be. There's no reason to believe in a God. It's just based on fear and judgment. Fear, judgment, and especially in the modern sense, but also a want to answer questions that can't be answered, like where did all this come from and where do we go after we die? Some Satanists think he is real. You might be thinking of like Luciferians. Fear is a big one though. All of the other religions got their beliefs from Christianity and they changed it for different areas. That's just objectively false. Even the story of Jesus, like multiple different parts of his story were taken from other religions, like Horus and I forget who in Hinduism, but I would say blue skin on multiple arms, but that describes a lot of them. But like virgin birth, crucifixion, all these came from different historical, like other pre-Christian religions. So that's just objectively false. If there's no God, there's no Satan. I would agree. So Satanism wouldn't actually be me worshiping Satan. Monotheistic or polytheistic Hinduism? Hinduism is very broad. I don't know, either or, honestly. They both seem pretty chill. I think I'm kind of monotheistic out at the moment, though. Being so devout as a Christian back when I used to be, I think it would have. I'd go with the polytheistic version. Look where you're at right now. I'm in my room. Yeah. How do you feel about Therians? Who are Therians? Also, atheists are some of the nicest people I know, so no judgment. Oh, I appreciate it. Don't mean this in a rude way, but how can you go from strictly believing in a God to not? I go from strictly believing in a God to reading the book that describes the story of that God and the major parts and the tenets of the religion, and then thinking differently about that God after I finish it, and then looking into apologetics to see like, okay, well, maybe I just have a bad understanding of it. Let me look into apologetics, and then seeing all of them give contradictory narratives and like them seeming to gloss over the idea that anything could ever be God's fault. So I'm like, this would never happen with something that's evidently true. And so even though I think it's true, let me look into the evidence to support why I think it's true. And then seeing the logical arguments and seeing them all fall flat. And then looking into the historical evidence, seeing that all not being as concrete as I used to think it was. And then looking into the archaeological evidence, seeing that that's all hoaxes. And then looking at, like, praying to the dude and asking for a sign from the dude. Just, main line and not getting an answer. So, yeah, that's how one goes from not, from believing to not believing. Mr. Optimist, what's up on Twitch? How you doing, man? Obviously, you can't have full faith. I would agree. Don't mean this in a rude way, but how do you go from strictly believing in a tooth fairy to not? You see you go from seeing your lost teeth disappear under your pillow and being replaced with $1 to your parents telling you that they were the ones doing it. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing good. Doing pretty good. Hugh, did you pray with faith? Yes, I did. I really think you honestly deconstruct it. Respect that. Horrors do not inspire anything in the Bible. I recommend looking into Mike Jones. No thanks. Were you a Catholic? No, I was in two Protestant denominations. I was a Baptist for 16 years and then Apostolic for 2 years. How small can you break it down in? Do frogs and smaller creatures also experience a form of consciousness? Is there a line? If so, where do you draw it? Um, I think that I define consciousness as self-awareness. You know, the ability to understand one's own actions. I think that a lot of the things that are alive just don't simply have the physical capability of understanding their own actions because they don't have like neural networks that allow for that level of self-awareness. Hugh, what's your favorite food? My favorite food is pizza. Dollars, I got a quarter. Yeah, I got $1. How do I live? I'm not sure. How do you live? Hugh, your prayers actually worked last time. Did they? Did they? Let's go. Let's fucking go. You got cured of your pneumonia? Hey, no hate, but I think this type of convo will be better in person. Sure, what's your address? No, I'm just kidding. Kidding, TikTok. I'm not trying to. So, I'm saying if you're going to say God isn't real, you can't say Satan is. That's illogical. I'm telling, okay, Poca Lips, I want you to look it up for yourself. Look up what Levian Satanism is. Laveyan Satanism. They don't believe in a Satan figure. I'm trying to tell you that explicitly, and you're just not listening. They don't believe in Satan in Levian Satanism. They just don't. They just don't. The word Satan was co-opted by, post-biblical Christians to mean an actual figure. But in the Bible, it's not described as an actual figure. It's a word, it's a title that has been co-opted by people of Levian Satanism. I'm trying to tell you that. Sup, Hugh? What's up, Daragon? How you doing today? Hugh is God? Definitely not. It's hilarious that you believe we're from mommies. We are from mommies, though. Do you have any sources for horrors inspiring portions of the Bibles? Otherwise, Hitchens Razor. I can get you some for you after this stream. Just find me on a platform where you can't DM me because you can't do it on YouTube. Without faith, it's impossible to please God. Why would I care? Okay. It's in the name, and there's an interview of the high priest. There's saying they do when they are preparing an army for him. Are you? You know what? I'm okay. Pocalypse. I'm done with you. Instead of actually researching the things that you're spouting off, you're just like, okay, let me stick to my narrative. There's no room for productive conversation. No room for productive conversation. Can't do it. How do I stream on YouTube? What you have to do is you have to not apply for per se, but you have to technically apply for permission to stream, and they approve it automatically after 24 hours. Then after that, you either get on a device with a camera and then click go live, or you sign into to YouTube through like OBS or Streamlabs and then like click go live through there. You can't lie. John 14:8 is fire, Loki. I can't remember it, honestly. Name one person who doesn't come from a mommy. If I say what I wanted to say, I'd probably get suspended. Mommies made us all. Indeed, they did. So we should trust you who says God isn't real. Hypocrisy, TBH. No, you shouldn't. You should research for yourself why you believe the things that you believe. That's kind of what my whole point. You know, don't just blindly believe what anybody says based on their preconceived authority. Research it for yourself and see what convinces you. That's what I'm getting at. Where have you been, bro? I've been streaming. I've been here. He was king. Praise the Lord. All right, let's stop this. No, I love my mommy's actually her birthday today. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Happy birthday to Reverse Stark's Happy Meals mom. Alex, you're a 5. Damn, Alex. Alex is chopped. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. So the guy believes in the devil, but not in God. No, I don't believe in the devil either. Wait, we're not supposed to blindly follow the religious beliefs of anonymous streamers? It's, I guess. I don't know. Oof. My sleep schedule has been too stable these days. That's probably why you haven't found me. What made you believe in Christianity again? What was the main concern issue? Or what would make you believe in Christianity again? Seeing that the God of the Bible is real, and then and that would have to involve logically breaking down why there are no narrative contradictions, and the guy very clearly being evident in some way, right? And then after that, at that point, I would just know that he's real, but I wouldn't be a Christian. I'd be like, okay, Christian God is real, but I'm not gonna worship this piece of shit, right? After that, we would have to get down to breaking down the moral issues and reconciling those. Like, okay, I am real, but the way that the things that they said in the Bible about me are just outright false. Okay, then I'll probably be a Christian, but that's never gonna happen. I got a question. Go for it. John 14:6, she says, "On the way, that truth and life, no one comes to the Father except through me." Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. What evidence would you expect for God? I don't know, dude. Something that shows that the thing with the properties that it has are very clearly, evidently real. You know, that's what I would go with. You, what's up, bro? Chacha, what's up, Syra? How you doing today? How's your day going? Oh yeah, Vector. How are you going to see that he's real when he seeks faith? And if there's proof, you wouldn't need faith. There's plenty of evidence, though. You can't quite choose whether or not you want, is it about evidence or is it about faith? You can't just say, oh, it's not about evidence. It's about faith, but there is evidence. Like, which one is it? Right? Because, if there's evidence, why would he care about faith to begin with? Secondly, let's assume there isn't evidence. Let's assume, he's going to leave us down here, no evidence for its existence, and say, just believe I exist and, hope for the best, right? At that point, why should I have faith that he's real, as he's the real God over all these other gods that know that they can't have their existence proven either, but that want me to have faith that they exist? Also, when you have such high stakes on the line, somebody potentially going to hell for all of eternity or being separated or whatever you want to, however you want to dress up the hell doctrine, with such high stakes on the line, why would he care that much about arbitrarily care about blind faith versus just proving himself so as much of his creation can get back to him as possible? For me, free will makes more sense if it's okay, here I am. I'm going to show myself to all of you. Now you have the free will decision to choose to follow me or to follow my enemy. That makes more sense. But just say, oh, here's a book rife with narrative contradictions, scientific impossibilities, and moral repugnance. Follow it, hope for the best, and just hope that I'm real. And if not, you get punished. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Maybe he has to have faith in us. What? But he did, brother. As only as described in said book that has narrative contradictions. Do you consider yourself a new atheist? I'm not sure what a new atheist means. I've been an atheist for, this will be year 10, so if that's what you mean, I don't know. Do you have a VR? What's a VR? Like a headset? No, I don't have a VR headset, if that's what you mean. I don't know, bro. Sorry, can you give an example of something? If the supernatural claims of the Bible are proven somehow to be true, then I'll believe that, the other supernatural claims are true. If there's a logical argument that can only possibly lead to a God figure and isn't just philosophical gish galloping or a baseless presupposition or uses a logical fallacy, then I'll have no choice, But that's about it. BBL, thank you for the TikTok. Appreciate you. You Christian here, I consider evidence to be different from faith. Faith is trust, not knowledge. I know I'm sitting. I trust the chair won't collapse if the resurrection is false. Our faith is to, yeah. But see, you sitting in a chair and trusting that it won't, fall, isn't faith. That's inductive reasoning. I've sat in this chair that I have currently. I've sat in it. It has to be like 10,000 times right about now, and every single time it hasn't fallen on me. So it's not faith that it's like, okay, I'm gonna sit in this chair and I have faith that it's not gonna fall. Just blind faith. I have a knowledge set to know whether or not this is something I should trust sitting my ass down in. Convert. It's like me being alive tomorrow. Is it entirely possible I won't wake up tomorrow? Entirely possible, 100%. Have I woken up successfully about, wait, how many times have I woken up? About going on 30 years, so over 10,000. I know that's safe to say. Over 10,000 times beforehand. And no major factors have changed that would ensure that I don't wake up tomorrow, then I can inductively reason that I will wake up tomorrow. Induction is the only duction I do. I do reduction, if you catch my drift. If we were to bring heaven to earth because it's not yet here, wouldn't that mean the creator's ability? Wouldn't that mean we have the creator's ability to do such a thing? Every time someone says God is enemy, they sound like he's preying on people who don't care. Right. Have you considered Buddhism? Like secular Buddhism? Yeah, I've considered it. It's not in this time of my life, but where's there are contradictions? Remember, there's tons of authors who would say different details and leave out others. Sure, but like you can't say like God has wrestled with somebody, but also that God can't be his face can't be seen unless you want to die. And you know what? I'll even shoot straight from the hip here. There's contradictions in the gospel narrative. I'll pull those up right now. I consider Buddhism a lot. Yeah, I'm somewhere stuck between Buddhism and Satanism. They kind of, like philosophically speaking, lead you in different places. So maybe I can pick and choose from both of them. I believe there's no contradictions. There's plausible denial in order for faith to exist. Plus, if God exists and Satan exists and he's actively working to destroy faith, but he's limited. It sounds all like some really convoluted bullshit to me. Just no offense, because you're only going off of like information that you've received and trying to make it make sense to somebody that doesn't think the same way you do. But from the outside in, it seems like all just convoluted bullshit to explain like believe the thing without expecting to get evidence for the thing. That's what it sounds like to me, though. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Isn't it strange that Americans believe in an Arabic Middle Eastern belief system called Christianity when they look at us as infidels? I mean, you kind of spitting, I'll be honest with you. What about the order and design in the universe, strong nuclear force, etc., origins of the universe, a first mover cause? I don't think the universe itself logically needs a first mover, a first cause, or something outside of it to make it happen. Plus, order and design are just like baseless presuppositions because we don't have like an extra universal standard to say whether or not ours is in order or it's been designed or not. A new atheist refers to a follower of a movement similar to anti-theism, but you want social change against Christianity. I'm kind of anti-theistic, like socially speaking, but not enough to actively say like to actively advocate for it. I would at the very least just want people to think about why they believe the things that they do. I love men. I don't care if it's a sin. All right, dude. Good for you. Yes, there's evidence and faith. Just because someone tells you they're a millionaire and you see them wearing designer doesn't mean what they claim is factual. That's evidence. It's up to you. Just saying it's up to me doesn't just kind of takes the standard of proving this thing to be factually true and putting it on the person that's interpreting the claims. That's lazy. The power that rose Christ from the dead lives in you, aka Holy Spirit. Prove it. And Jesus is apparently white. Can't forget the white Jesus. I don't know where they came up with that shit. W like him in. W. I'm crying. I just got here from my wounds rebandage. It hurts so much. Ah, sheesh. Oh, okay, no, that's wrong sound effect. Wrong sound effect. Wrong sound effect. That was a bad sound effect. My bad, Dina. My bad. That was yeah. Are you guys really this lost? GT, why are you still here? Or is that the Guatemalan flag that I can't see properly? Oh, the Guatemalan flag. Why are you still here? You've been here for minutes and minutes. Since almost the beginning of the stream saying just chirping away. People should believe and look into everything. We live in an evil world regardless of your belief. I believe there's good and evil in the world. I've seen both. I've seen both to about the level I would expect for a world where everything's random. Reading my other comments while you ignore and unblock me if you're uncomfortable with my presence. You fear men. Okay, yeah, I'll block you. You're right. Yeah, I fear your presence, and you're not somebody I want in my life. Yeah, sounds about right. See you later. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. See ya. Peace out. They seem fascinated with the Middle East while also destroying it. They're only fascinated with this part of Middle Eastern culture because it was part of the Roman Empire and assisted in the colonization that led to us being here in the first place. Could Jesus say the word? I mean, if he's the son of God, I mean, that would at least make him like made in God's image. So by that logic, everybody could say the word though. What's your opinion on teeth? Is that teeth? Teeth? How do I feel about teeth? Is that what you mean? If God is real, tell him to come stop the fires in LA. Yeah, exactly. You fear men, how he felt after saying that? Let me put it up real quick. Wait. Dude felt like all kind of tough. He's like, "Hell yeah, que pasó?" Yeah. If God is real, he'll pay for my car next month. Right. I'm still sort of scared of the dark. A little bit. I'm a tiny bit scared of the dark. Not really though. Like I'm just scared of the things that could be lurking, but not in somewhere where I know good enough to know there's nothing lurking. When you're watching the TikToks I sent you, I gotta get to them soon. I haven't been getting to my messages. Do you remember Bob Smith from last night? I do remember Bob Smith. Are you Bob Smith? Hugh, would you prefer that Christians evangelize slash pray for people? They should if they love you. No, I don't think they should. I think that I think that we should get to a point if we're going to have religious beliefs that we can't prove to be true beyond a shadow of a doubt, that we should keep them to ourselves and make them personal beliefs and not spread them to people who could be uncomfortable with our behavior. I think that'll be the most fair thing you could do. That's not God. That's a sugar daddy. That's a sky daddy. People mock God, LA, and that's why there's a fire going on. God can't be mocked. So you're telling me your God's all powerful, but he's not powerful enough to take a joke? Is that what we're getting at? He's so weak that he can't take a joke, but he's like, "Oh man, you joked about me, my all powerfulness. Oh, let me destroy your lives and kill people." You worship a piece of shit, then. I know I'm protected, but I get hallucinations in the dark, so I sleep with a light. I sleep with my computer on, but only because it like the motherboard kind of glitched one time, like the BIOS glitched out, and I'm scared to turn it off. God loves you. Respect your opinion with God. There's no fear. Lean on him with your fear. Nope. If God gets mad at a little mocking, I don't think he should have the power to deal with people. Exactly. You don't understand what God is. Take that up with the people who are saying things about him. Don't take it up with me as somebody who's responding to him. Lucifer is God. I don't think Lucifer's real either. We believe you would be going to hell. We love you. That's why I think we should pray for people and evangelize. Thoughts? I think unless you can prove hell, then all that you're doing is making people uncomfortable. Saying, I believe there's going to be punishment for you for not following my particular religion because my particular religion says there's going to be punishment for you. So let me make you uncomfortable so I can save you from this punishment that I can't prove to be true and I'm making you uncomfortable with. Like, no, thank you. I think that's pretty suck. It's like if a I want to bring up other religions that could claim something similar and how it will make you uncomfortable, but A, it's been proven already because that's beside the point. It's a socio-political issue, but even still, B, I lost my train of thought. Fuck it. Christians are commanded to share the gospel if they truly believe it's good and not evil, and they're trying to save people. How is them sharing bad? You're looking for it with this stream. See, the thing is though, like me looking for it on this stream means that people coming in trying to explain this concept to me are warranted. My stream is different. I'm asking outright, where's God at? Right? That makes perfect sense. But simply saying like taking your book that was that your colonization assistant book and trying to push it on other people who are just living their lives, I think that's intrusive and I think that's rude, and I don't think that you would like it if somebody from another religion did it to you. But I don't think that a lot of you have the empathy to see how that could not check out. Orf, orf, orf. I've been asking where's God, and I'm a Jesus man. It's a test in time. That's not why I'm asking. If you're Christian and then you stop, you were Christian. I agree. Yeah, I was a Christian. Shut up, God is good. You're in an abusive relationship, Zelita. I want you to know that. If me being on a live stream talking about my personal opinions about your God, is enough to make you say like, "Shut up, God is good," then you're trying to apologize for abuse. I just want you to know that. Also, burn everything because he was mocked but doesn't stand on business when it comes to rapists, isn't it? Yep. That's his man's. Yep. All the kids getting I'm not gonna really get into it, but getting assaulted in churches, turn the other cheek. A primarily blue state talking about how they don't believe in this being. Then you burn it all down. Like, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Can't complain about them spreading their beliefs when you're streaming yours. People have the option to scroll away, though. That's the thing. That's my thing. If you don't like what I have to say, that's completely fine. And I'm actively saying if it's completely fine, you're free to do whatever you would like to do in this scenario. Scroll away if it's not for you. And that's justified. I get it. Not for you. Not your thing. Okay. Cool beans. But simply walking up to people and saying like, "You're going to my hell that I can't prove is real because if you don't follow this religion that I believe in and can't prove, you're a piece of shit." You turn the other cheek is a thing, regardless of God. If you do something bad to someone, regardless if they deserve it, they'll likely do it to someone else again. And if you don't like it happening to you, why do it to someone else? That's my point. That's my point. You're so close, but you're a little far, but you're still close. You're asking a question and people are answering your question, and I'm looking at the answers. So far, the answers aren't convincing though. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. I think I shit lagged out for a second. I'm sorry, why did you lose faith? Lack of evidence for the God being real. That's why I lost faith. Water or soda? I like water. Matter of fact, I'm gonna drink some water. How do you think we were created and everything came to be? I think that the universe itself has always existed, and humans are a result of evolution and abiogenesis. Dot loves you. Okay. Cheers, by the way. He was a Christian. I want Muslim. Oh man, sorry, that went down the wrong way. As a Christian, I want Muslims to preach to me. The methodology for Muslims and Jews to preach to us Christians doesn't make much sense. There's no salvation in those religions. If you don't think there's salvation in both Talmudic Judaism and Quranic Islam, then you haven't read those books. Which I mean, to be fair, like fair, right? But B, you just don't know the baseline claims about those books. There's salvation in both religions. Yeah, exactly. And plus, even assuming there wasn't, let's assume for a second that there wasn't, right? You're still describing two Abrahamic religions. Now, let it be some South Asian dude with a long gray beard and a turban on saying, "Come to Sikhism." And let's see what you let's see if you just don't want to immediately exit the conversation. You know. Hi, Hugh. What's up, Nala? How you doing today? Hugh, cats or dogs? I prefer dogs, but I have a cat. I like all animals, though. Well, most animals. Almost all animals. I think most of them are cute. You don't want God? Will God show up at all? Think about it. What about when I did want God, though? What about when I did? Fuck it, let's bring a guest up. Probably my only guest in the night. Oh, never mind. He left. No guest then. In Islam, Christians are the ones killed for Islamic salvation, at least if you include the hadiths. I think you should include the hadiths. Assuming that the prophets are liars. Why do you only post about Christianity? Because I was an ex-Christian. I wasn't an ex-Muslim. I wasn't an ex-Jew. I wasn't an ex-Hindu. I wasn't an ex-Sikh. I wasn't an ex-pagan. I wasn't an ex-Zoroastrian. I wasn't an ex-Satanist. I wasn't an any of these other things. I was an ex-Christian. That's why I post about Christianity primarily. Still here, W, Daniel. Joe Biden appears to the edge of my bed frame every night. I would get on some Seroquel if I were you. The question is, why does he need to show up anyway? Good question. Do you consider Islam to be a bigger threat than Christianity? In the long run, yes. In the short term, no. I'm ex-atheist. Okay, hell yeah. What's up, Asher? How you doing today? Q, so why did you ban me on my other two accounts? Hudson equals Jesus King and Bob Smith. Oh, because you're 14. That's why. Also, Hudson, let me say this. Oh shit, let me say this to you real quick, right? I'm gonna ban you on this account too, but let me just say this to you real quick. If somebody bans you in their stream and you choose to come back on multiple other accounts, then what you're doing is called harassment. And if you're doing something called harassment, I know you're only 14, so I'm trying to teach you this lesson early before I have to escalate this, right? What you're doing is called harassment. So, with harassment comes a lot worse consequences. Could potentially come a lot worse consequences than just getting banned in the stream. That's all I'm gonna say before I ban you on this account, all right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get you out of here. If you come back on a fourth account, I have to escalate. That's all I'm gonna say. If you're going to, I know you're only 14. You're just trying to troll, just trying to, do whatever, just trying to spread your indoctrination. Okay, that's fine, right? But if you're going to harass me, then it has to go beyond banning at that point. I'm just saying, find something else to do with your time. Go watch TikTok. Go watch Skibbity Toilet. Go watch whatever the hell, right? Scroll through Facebook or something. 14-year-olds don't use Facebook anymore. Scroll through Twitter or something. Spend your time doing something else. If you come back to harass me on a fourth account, I will go beyond banning you. It's something it's gonna be. I guarantee it will be something that your parents have to deal with. Please leave me alone. That's all I'm gonna say. If just please leave me alone. That's 3 accounts banned, 3 strikes. Come back on a fourth. This will have to go above YouTube. I'm saying that outright. Just please leave me alone. Do you think there is a God like a creator? Personally, no, I don't think so. You're in my prayers. I pray for your healing. Are you praying for my scoliosis or like my spiritual healing? What will you do, man? What will I do when what? Let's see what we got here. Oh, they're talking amongst themselves. Spread the gospel for a God that's omnipotent. Make it make sense. Exactly. Like, can he speak for himself? What's up, Nico? How you doing today? My mom said you couldn't pray for her. People have every right to pray for me, just not. I just don't do the performative bullshit. Scoliosis, bro. Me too. Twins, yes. When it comes back on a fourth account, yeah, I'll have to. It'll go from like a stream issue to like a. I'm not saying like I'm a sue the dude or anything, but I'm gonna say like it's going, Now we gotta look into some shit that's going, It will go above me just banning account after account after account after account. Cannibalism is legal in the Netherlands? I don't think it is, but didn't they eat their king once? Be for real, because I've seen miracles and healings in person, all in the name of Jesus. So God picks favorites? It's so condescending to say I'm gonna pray for you. It really is. I don't mind passive aggression or condescension though. I just mind like dishonesty or disrespect. Why do atheists use Old Testament? Why shouldn't we? Why should we not? And if we want to go New Testament, like even the apostles condone slavery. So if we want to go that far, plus even Jesus said not to do away with the Old Testament in what was it, Matthew 5:20? I want to say somewhere in there, the Sermon on the Mount. Sup, Hugh? How's it hanging? What is up, Chris? How you doing today? Cannibalism is legal in almost every state in the USA. Yummers. God is you, you are the universe. Nah, I'm just a dude in it as far as I know. Hugh, why are you an atheist? Lack of evidence is why I'm an atheist, personally. No, you took that out of context? Took what out of context? Jesus saying to obey the law, and that anybody who does away with even the tiniest bit of the law will be the smallest in the kingdom of heaven? Or the apostles condoning slavery? Because I got 2 verses for that. It's just the way you get it that's illegal. Why do atheists use 75% of the Bible? Right. You're supposed to say with this like good thing where God turned his son into Swiss cheese for our sins, but disqualified the people that thinks that the story is bullshit, I guess. And religion isn't the source of morality anyway, since there's many atrocious things. I just did a video on YouTube. I was going to put it on TikTok, but People are too brain dead on TikTok. I did a video today about objective morality and how people in most monotheistic religions can't claim it. Mike, okay, I keep getting you mixed up with somebody else. But it's great. My birthday is tomorrow. 27 years around the sun. Let's go, baby! Congratulations, congratulations, man! Happy early birthday. You're on fire, Hugh. Keep it up. Let's go. Wait, what the fuck? What's this? What? It's all faith, my brother. Why would I have faith in your religion over all the other ones? Doesn't the Bible say if people who doesn't want to hear the word to leave them alone? Yes, correct. Yes. To be completely fair, I am actively asking where's God at, so they're permitted in being here, but yeah, it does. Did you grow up Christian or find Christ and left Christ? I grew up Christian. Why? Because we're under a new covenant through Christ. Take that up with Ephesians 6:5-9 and 1 Peter 2:18-21, where Peter and Paul respectively tell slaves to obey their masters instead of saying free your slaves. I'm hungry now. Try eating something. I heard that helps with it. We read books. The Bible just happens to be the most popular, and I wouldn't say just happens. Like, it's to be expected when they go around, slaughtering the planet for not converting over. Yeah, that might be an issue. I'm not going to argue, but I think that most people who grew up Christian leave. I don't know if that's entirely true, but a lot of us do, and more of us are. Didn't even notice the prompt. I think he's in Australia or something. No, that would mean he's like well over 12 hours ahead. It's because they don't have their own experience with them. They never find them themselves. Even if I had an experience that appeared supernatural, I still have to look and be like, okay, is there a natural explanation behind this? And if the answer is yes, then I have no reason to think it was supernatural. He's right in front of you. You just don't want to accept the fact that he never left you. Kins, God is not my monitor. God is not my microphone, and God is not my keyboard. The look on your face when Jesus comes back sounds like a threat to me. They're just forced onto him, exactly. How other religions and atheists know more about Christians' book than they do. Because we've actually had to read it, Me personally, I've read the book twice, once as a Christian and once as an atheist. And so I can almost guarantee, like, even with the little bit that I'm able to offhand say about the Bible and verses in it, that I've read more than the average believer does. He cannot be seen by the human eye. Okay, so why would let me see what your other comments say real quick. You just don't want to accept the fact that he never left you. How would I accept that fact if by your own admission I can't see him? How does that work? Repent. Patty, how old are you? Talk to your grandkids. Hugh, where are you at? Touche, Lafleur. I'm in my room. How dare you? How dare you? Your kids love you. Yeah, I'm on that ass today. Fuck that. But good luck to you forward. I hope and pray for you. Atheists are not good day. Have a good rest of your day, Braden. People leave because the devil has hold of your heart. That's like the 15th reason I've heard in just this stream about why people leave. That was diabolical. My patience is running pretty thin tonight. Hard to believe when you see all the gods humans have believed in throughout history. Exactly. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. The old woman has said in her heart, why won't my kids call me? I'm also an ex-Christian. Welcome in, Sav. You can't see the oxygen, but it's there, correct? No, I can't see oxygen, but if you freeze it, you can see it. You can otherwise test for it. And with the right instruments, you can see it as a gas. There's consciousness, but people call it God or Brahma or whatever. I just call it consciousness personally. Thoughts on the contingency argument? It commits the exact same sin as the, pun intended, but the exact same sin as the cosmological argument, in that it falsely asserts an extra universal cause that's logically and physically, as far as we know, unnecessary. God is metaphorically necessary. Metaphorically? How does that work? Metaphorically necessary seems like a what's the word I'm looking for? Oxymoron. Thank you, Father God. You are faithful. There's no shadow of turning with you. I'll tell you what there is, though. The shadow of your grandkids turning away to never call you. Today's my birthday, and I'm happy to made it this far without God. Let's go. Oh, metaphysically. Oh, if it's like metaphysical outside of something we can account for, then basically you're just doing like logical gish galloping. Sheol was Gehenna, a valley just south of Jerusalem where pagans were performing child sacrifice. I think that was, yeah, I think that's right. I don't know. What shape is the world? The world is an oblate spheroid. They were saying that if you want to be separate from God, you can go live with the idolaters forever. Oh wait, I gotta set up a new goal. Let's see what we got here. He's in the sky. Can I access him through a big jet plane, or is it like a how far in the sky are we talking? Hell isn't an actual place. There are no doors to hell. I agree that there's no actual hell either. Oh, really quickly, there is Patty's out again. Yeah, run it. You know what they should do in front of Patty's house? They should put like one of those bus stops so that when she like runs out, she'll think that she's gonna go catch the bus, like a fake bus stop. How high do you have to fly to find God? Um, outside of the atmosphere without a spacesuit. You can Bluetooth him with the Holy Spirit. Nice. Genuine question: why did you turn atheist? The whole story is in my pin video. Shit, the whole story is in my pin video. But long story short, read the Bible and didn't find any of it to be convincing. TC Bay 8, thank you for the follow. Do you debate? I do debate, but tonight my energy's low because I started really late. Let's see what we got here. Sheol is where the souls of all the dead go. There's no judgment. Mm. Sounds doctrine specific. Same also read the Bible and realized it's BS. Let's go. Let's go. Are there any? No, there's currently not any. Fuck. They need to figure out cross-platform gifting. What do you mean, like gifting to TikTok from YouTube, or? Because if so, do you think you can go more in depth on slavery in the Bible, obeying masters both in Exodus and the New Testament? Sure. So in Exodus and Leviticus, God gave very clear commands on how your slaves should be treated, where you can get them from, and the delineation between indentured servitude, as was allowed for Israelites for 7 years, and for chattel slaves that were allowed by non-Israel, like allowed for non-Israelites that weren't, God's chosen people, to be owned as property for life. And in the New Testament, it doesn't say anywhere to free these people. It just says, Paul and Peter say for these slaves to obey their masters with reverence and fear. Not, oh, masters, let your slaves go. We're not doing that anymore. It's, hey, just obey your masters, all right? Treat them nicely, all right? So it's, and I got scripture to back up literally all of this. Where's the proof he doesn't exist? Omnipotence is impossible because the omnipotence paradox. If you know set theory, then omniscience is impossible. And also, it's contradictory to say that someone can be outside of space and time, but also omnipresent, or omnipresent, but also that you can be separated from him. That's the proof that he's not real. God's real, bro. Prove it. If you're sincere, God will come. I'm not gonna say what I want to say. Can I get head pats? Ace check? How long do you think it'll take before Christians realize the Bible isn't proof of God? They never will. They never will. As long as the people up top in our cultures keep pushing this idea that this book is necessary and this book should be taken literally, then never. And there's nobody to keep them in check, so probably never. Robbie Zhang, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Things that are outside of time tend to not be real. Yeah, they'll say like, they kind of admit that he's not real, saying like, oh, he's just outside of time and outside of space and outside of logic and outside of matter and outside of existence. But he's real though. I'm like, okay. Like, all right, my man. Kari Freethinker and Sav and Dawn Agabap. I'm not sure, but thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I followed you because you seem like a chill dude. Just a chill guy, doesn't give a fuck. Hell is the very absence of God. If you don't live with him, why would you want to spend eternity with him? Kins, that's not, I mean, I know you're just like pulling into your what's the word I'm looking for? Your hat full of catchphrases. I get it, but that's not at all what I said. I'm saying you can't say somebody is everywhere, and I mean omnipresent within all things, but then also say you can be separated from that thing that's in all things. He's outside of time and space and logic and existence. Yeah, they're so close but so far away. What do you think of the Jews? I think that they follow an incorrect religion, like a religion that's also just as untrue as Christianity and Islam, but as the people themselves, nothing positive or negative, just people. I watch people throw up demons from their mouth multiple times. I threw up demons a few times. It was just called Taco Bell. The concept of shields probably borrowed from Egyptian underworld myths. It was, yeah. A lot of Bible canon is taken from other religions. Dr. Joe, Dr. Joe, thank you for the follow. You found me. What's up? What's up? Anubis, thank you for the follow as well. You found me, Dr. Joe. Hell yeah. Z, thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate it. Read Genesis 1:1. No, thank you. Doctor, yes. It is Doctor, yes. Taco Bell is good. I will not tolerate that slander. It was good. I love Taco Bell, but like, yeah, I've had a couple times where I got food poisoning from it. I think it might have just been in that one location, though. I did. Indeed, you did. How are you? Judas Iscariot does two different ways. What? How did God create himself? No Christian can answer that. I wonder why. They'll just say he's eternal and he's always existed, but then that the universe couldn't have always existed. Jesus loves you. I don't know what you want me to do with that. What made you an atheist? The complete and total lack of evidence for a God existed made me an atheist. Let me join? Fuck it, why not? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Listen, I'm pretty young. Don't.
Get me the fuck out of this shit, dude. Get me off of this site, man. I'm so sick of this site. I'm sick of this site, dude. I can't wait till this shit dies, bro. I can't wait till this fucking app dies, dude. He definitely was pretty young. Dude was younger than my fucking nephew, who was just born not that long ago. Parents aren't parenting. What are you doing up at 1:42 in the morning wanting to debate people that are almost 3 times your age about religion? Dr. Joe, I'm gonna make you a mod real quick, but fair warning, I won't be able to stream much longer. Love me some Dr. Joe. Let us go. Hell yeah. It's literally past his bedtime. Like, take this dude's phone, man. Bro's younger than Fortnite Chapter 1. That is so crazy to think about. None of us will. Yeah, I'll be leaving 2 days earlier than everybody else because, like, I stream from my PC. I'm not like Sarah or anybody else that streams from their phone. Well, not anybody else. I think Justin and a couple people stream from their PC too, but they're getting rid of my access on the 17th, not the 19th. Sam760, thank you for the follow. So there are 1 to 2 trillion galaxies, and we haven't even been out of ours alone. So, caller was a tadpole last week, right? 10 out of 10 rage bait. Lil Richie, if you think that me asking where's God at and saying that I was a Christian and I'm now an atheist counts as rage bait, then you're just emotionally unintelligent, and I don't know what to tell you. I want to see your setup. I gotta clean my desk first. I got a lot of unnecessary shit on it. Like, not trash, but just random knickknacks that belong in like a box or something. Do you think it's more likely that we are here for a reason versus not, just exist for a few decades and then it was all pointless? Yes, actually. I do think I don't think there's an objective point or meaning behind our existence. I followed you on the tube. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I want to be on there. I want to be everywhere, honestly. Like, well, not everywhere, but because I'm not God, but YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all that good stuff. Hello, what's up, Philip Rakijanovic? I don't know. I probably butchered that. I can tell the last name's like Croatian or something, though. Yeah, oh yeah, this is while I have 53 people in here, let me plug my shit. I'm on YouTube right now, like literally streaming from it right now. And I'm also on Twitch right now, streaming right now. It's okay, he clearly wasn't everywhere either. Exactly. I'm also on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram. I'm also on Twitter. I won't be able to stream the TikTok in 5 days. These are my last 5 days being able to stream on TikTok. So yeah, make sure to follow me on those if you want to keep up with me in the future. I'm going to stream on literally all of them when I meet their requirements. But yeah, follow me on all those, and it's all in my link tree. And yeah, you should get a Pinterest, dude. I'm not really interested in getting any social media platform that I can't stream on. So you're either slow or am I a genius? Neither. I think I'm not quite slow, and I think you're definitely not a genius. Do you expect them to be visible? At least accountable, you know, provable. I say if you truly desire to see God and ask Him, He will show Himself to you. Okay, so just not my timing, right? X premium, right? Right? Not for you, but for me, right? I'm gonna get that next week though, for myself. So what do you think happens after death? Darkness for eternity, like before we were born? I wouldn't say darkness, because even darkness is something you can experience. I think that it's just like before you were born, in that you don't experience anything. Denying God is denying good. Denying God is denying somebody who condones slavery, condones sexual assault, condoned pedophilia, committed genocide, and commanded infanticide. So I wouldn't call that good. All right, let me catch up on YouTube. I feel like I'm neglecting my YouTube comments. Let's see what we got here. What's your Sunday ritual doing to benefit anyone or society? Good question. I can tell you with mine, definitely nothing. Logically, it's more likely, even if the smallest percentage more, than there's a reason, and it's harder to believe there's not. I mean, I disagree, but I don't know. It doesn't matter what happens after death. I don't think so. If Jesus came back to you, do you think you'd have a modern haircut like a low taper fade? I think he would have like a I feel like God would have like a bowl cut and wear like a FUBU jacket or something. I don't know. It's just something really outlandish. Hugh, what do you make about the abolitionist movements in England and the U.S. and many other nations? Christians do not believe the Bible condones slavery. The primary religion of people who are behind abolitionist movements, A, doesn't prove that God to be true, and B, doesn't absolve the fact that Christians were also the ones taking slaves in the first place. So, I mean, thank you for fixing your mistake. I guess that's about it. Best evidentiary material for the existence of God, IMO, is NDEs and spiritual phenomenon. Um, Unless I have a spiritual phenomenon, I have no reason to believe them. And NDEs, yeah, definitely not, because it could just be hallucination. It could just be, let's assume NDEs are good for a second, right? There's people of multiple religions that claim them. There's Buddhists who claim that, they felt themselves becoming one with everything. I could probably even get you the reports. Muslims saying that they saw Allah, saw Muhammad, saw these things that they already were familiar with. Conversely, there's people who've seen nothing, people who just seen completely non-spiritual things like their family, people who just saw light. So if you want me to take all NDE seriously, then you have to say like all religions are true in some regard. When Christianity is gone, you will enjoy when Islam rules you. Oh no, I'll be mummy dust by then. Correct you, but the Christians enslaving people obviously didn't follow Christ and chose to take parts of the Bible, the slave's Bible. No, the parts about slavery are in the Bible, not just in the slave Bible. They're in Exodus, in Leviticus, and if you want me to go New Testament, Paul condones slavery in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 5 through 9, and Peter condones slavery in 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 18 through 21. I'll be deep in the ground by then. Yeah, good luck everybody else, but I'll be out for sure. Why do I have shrimp and no bread? Skill issue. Just saying that this is the worst decision you've made in your whole life. Prove it. Prove it. If you want me to be scared, okay, fine, but prove it. How come Christianity is the most mocked religion? If you think that Christianity is the most mocked religion, you haven't been outside of the U.S., which is completely fair, but just don't try to project your perspectives onto the entirety of the world outside of you. Jesus was real. God is the great creator. Prove it. Could you steel man this argument? Hugh reading the whole chapter. Oh, I can read the. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Where do you want to go? Ephesians, First Peter, Exodus, Leviticus. I got you. Let's do it. No, where you want to go with it? Instead of just admitting like the things mean what they mean, you're like, okay, yeah, let me just pretend like it's out of context. I got you. No, let's do it. Yes, Ligma. Wait, what's Ligma? No one can prove it. That's funny, probably because he's not real. Exactly. Exactly. We can go to the New Testament. I got you. I got you. First Peter 2. I'm not going to read the 18. You know what? Fuck it. Why not? Therefore, rid yourselves of all malice and deceit, hypocrisy, envy, slander of every kind, like newborn babies. Crave pure spiritual milk. So that I'm sorry, I get hung up on spiritual milk. So that by it you may grow up in your salvation, now that you have tasted the Lord is God. Verses 4 through 9 are about the living stone and chosen people. As you come to them, the living stone reject the humans. The LA stone in Zion. A bunch of stuff that means nothing. Living godly lives in a pagan society. Dear friends, I urge you as foreigners and exiles to abstain from sinful desires which wage war against your soul. Live such good lives among the pagans that, though they accuse you of doing wrong, they may see your good deeds and glorify God on the day he visits us. Submit yourselves for the Lord's sake to every human authority, whether to the emperor as the supreme authority or to governors who are sent by him to punish those who do wrong and to commend those who do right. For it is God's will that by doing good you should silence the ignorant talk of foolish people. Live as free people, but do not use your freedom as a cover up for evil. Live as God's slaves. Show proper respect to everyone. Love the family of believers. Fear God. Honor the emperor. Slaves, in reverent fear of God, submit yourselves to your masters, not only to those who are good and considerate, but also to those who are harsh. For it is commendable if someone bears up under a pain of unjust suffering because they are conscious of God. So you want to tell me again how Peter was not actively condoning slavery in 1 Peter 2:18 through 21? Now that you can't claim I steel man's your position, you want to tell me how that's not a condonement of slavery by actively telling slaves to obey their masters instead of simply telling slave masters to free their slaves? Like, holy fuck. Anyway, something doesn't come from nothing. You really think we sentient beings are the result of matter? Yes. Yes, actually. Me when I plead specially, you're right. You Christians fear atheists because you aren't convincing your faith. Yeah, like who are they trying to convince, me or you? Yes, this doesn't condone slavery. He says it's unjust. I see you. Didn't see you, steel man. That straw man you're thinking of. All right, I'm gonna go get you out of here. I can't do anything with dishonest people. No room for conversation. Words don't mean what words mean. Okay, see you later. Take care. Have a good rest of your night. Peace out. Much love. Bye. They didn't learn about that part when joining, so now they're defending it. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Matter always existed. Indeed, it has. What do you think about abortion? I'm pro-choice ultimately. I'm confused. Do you believe in him or not? Because you're talking about him like you do. I'm confused. I don't believe in God. I think that God's not real. If you look at my profile picture, I think that God's not real. Yeah. It's just somebody claimed that I'm taking verses out of context when I'm saying that words in the Bible mean what they mean. So I had to make sure to read the whole fucking chapter or the relevant part of the chapter. So they saw that I wasn't. I bet if people learned that the Bible supported slavery before joining, they wouldn't believe. No, they wouldn't. They're in their mind, and I was the same way, so I know they're like this. God automatically good, therefore in thing bad in Bible, therefore thing not actually bad. And how they think thing not actually bad is by words don't mean what they mean, out of context, or lie about it. 1 Timothy 2:11 through 14, 1 Corinthians 11:9, Colossians 3:18. Sexism is condoned in the Bible. Yep. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You're a good man. I hope you have someone that hugs you. Please don't die or something. Okay. Well, I'm going to take that literally and say thank you, I guess. Precept talking about relativity when it has nothing to do with atheism. It's yeah. It's a yeah. Let me reword. God is everlasting and always has been existing. God is divine. He isn't restricted. I'm guessing restricted to our laws or causal laws or whatever. Then that would just be special pleading. Things that do exist need to be created. Your God exists, therefore he would need to be created. That's the logical progression. But you say, no, he doesn't need to be created. So we would just then agree that things can exist without needing to be created. What happened? How did you convert? I looked for evidence of it being true and found none of it convincing. Doesn't the Bible also say a woman has to marry her rapist or something like that? Yeah, so in Deuteronomy chapter 22 Deuteronomy chapter 22 verses 28 and 29, it says that if a person sexually assaults a woman, that he has to pay her father 50 shekels of silver and he gets to marry her. Will you have guests on? I've had one kid guest on tonight, and I don't think it's gonna be a good night for him at this point. Plus, I'm gonna be out of here soon. I don't believe in God, but if he did with what it says in the Bible about him, he sounds evil. Not gonna lie. Exactly. Yeah, that's why when people ask me like, oh, if God were proven to be real, would he be a Christian again? Like, no, I wouldn't be. I'd acknowledge his existence, but I'm not following somebody who does all this horrible, horrible shit and expects me to apologize for it to follow him. No, thank you. I'm good on that. Y'all can have that one. Thank you very much. If time didn't exist before the in universe, that means he didn't exist for any amount of time, really. Exactly. If seconds are a measurement of time and time didn't exist before the universe, but God created the universe, then God existed for 0 seconds before creating the universe. So, I don't know what to tell you. Why did God command laws that didn't work in the Bible? Sounds to me a lot like it's just regular old dudes who are making these laws and saying that it's the God figure that did it. But I don't know, dude. I'm just a the pea-brained atheist. Your background's so pretty. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I got it off of Giphy. Question: what made you an atheist? I looked for evidence of Christianity being true, like the supernatural claims, the narrative, the story, and found all of it unconvincing. Blood really ignoring me. Don't call me Blood. Call me Cuh. I'm not Blood. Cuh, folk. Also, the punishments God gave for Adam and Eve are kind of outdated. Yeah. Don't eat this big juicy pomegranate or, I'm not even going into the Adam and Eve story. I just give up now if that's your level of confidence. Oh, wait, no. Already. Oh, Onyx Rock, what are you saying? Oh, great Nazi ideas come from the brain. Why is it inherently wrong? I hold the absolute position that Nazism is wrong. But to try to conflate like a subjective strength of one's moral convictions with it being some sort of objective truth is just unfounded at best. So you believe in the Big Bang? I acknowledge that the Big Bang happened because there's more than enough proof and evidence for it. So if he knew what we would become, wouldn't he give punishments we couldn't overcome? Good question. Good question. Love Junkie 520. Thank you for the rose. Appreciate it. Oh, and BBL. Thank you for the chili pepper. Yucky. Pepper. Ew. Appreciate it. Why did Genesis say the daylight came before the sun when that's impossible? Yeah. Genesis. What was it? One. It's something before 12. Or also that the sun happened after vegetation, which is Genesis 1:12 versus Genesis 1:16. It's like, ugh. You found that at age 38? Hell yeah, W. You believe an explosion is really responsible for all of this? You not knowing the claims of the Big Bang is not an indictment of the idea. It's basically like me personally. I don't know. I mean, I know how a car works, but like I don't know like how to fix a car outright. Right? Imagine if I said, oh, there must be just car fairies in my engine making the whole thing run. And you're like, well, no, actually, it's a complex system of machines and different parts that cause it to run. Like, huh, you really think metal makes my car run? I sound stupid. Just the way that you sound stupid by calling the Big Bang an explosion. God is everywhere, my friend. Where? Maybe when he said, let there be light, he made our sun. Then he made our sun twice? Because he said that before Genesis 1:16, but 1:16 is where he made the lights to separate the day and night. I love cosmology years ago. Genesis was so weird to me. Yeah. Especially if you take it fundamentalist. Open your eyes. I see a monitor. I see a keyboard. I see a box cutter. I see a mixer. I see a trophy. I see a bottle of hot sauce. I see an inhaler. I see a phone. I see a wallet. I see a packet of sugar. I see a bottle of blood pressure medication. I see a lighter. I see another monitor. I see a fork. What else do I see? I see a computer. I see a wall. I'm not seeing God. Where is he? The Big Bang's literally an explosion. I almost want to make you look silly by just pulling up the article in front of you, but then you just say, right, explosion, LOL, and then just call it a day. I've talked to hundreds of you throughout the years. I think I know when not to waste my time. Loretta, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Fellow Christians, how long have you been lifted from the shackles? This will be year 10 for me. You're saving lives right now? I don't think so, unfortunately. I appreciate it, though, but I don't think the message is landing for people that are actively choosing to, stick with nonsense. What do Christians think they own the copyright to morality when it existed thousands of years before Christianity was ever invented? Exactly, dude. I'll never know. I don't know. We'll never find out. The Big Bang wasn't an explosion, it was the start of the expansion of the universe. Exactly. It's just an expansion of pre existent matter and energy, but you can't tell that to somebody who learns science from their pastor. Just wondering why you have an account based on atheism. I love it, but just curious. So that people have an opportunity to engage with people who think differently than they do, have an opportunity to engage honestly and openly and fairly, and also to critically think. And also because it's just fun. It's fun, you know. Do you believe in love? You can't see or touch that either, right? Love is just a word that describes the concept of a feeling that we feel when there's a certain right amount of not neurons, neurotransmitters and hormones pumping through our bodies. You're talking out of your ass. Hey, YLU apostrophe RE. If you're going to say that I'm talking out of my ass, at least learn some grammar. Low key nerd, thank you for the follow. Love is brain chemicals, exactly. You're talking out of your ass. While you are talking out of your ass. I don't have a talking out of my ass, unfortunately. It's funny how Christians try to deny evolution when we have clear evidence literally on us. Yeah. Yep. But I don't know. There's not much talking to fundamentalists. It's funny, evolution is the biggest miracle atheists believe in a world nothing created everything. If you're going to misrepresent the atheist position, don't expect me to engage with it. Have you studied theology? I've read the Bible twice, but went for like extra biblical sources, just enough to source the claims of the Bible. Outside of that, no, because I feel like if it's something that's very clearly false, there's no need to hear like academic consensus on people who are adept in the falsehoods. You can literally affect your feelings of love with brain injuries and the like. Exactly. Like you can literally like physically see a hypo-pituitarian not being able to experience who can claim that they don't experience love. I know that I might be hated for this comment, but the Bible is just a book with stories. I would agree. I would agree. It's a book of a book of some stories, some historical fiction, you know. Reddit gold for you, sir. Okay, you're just here to chirp. Chirp away, but you might not last very long. You can't really be asking if you only read the Bible twice. I've read the Bible more than most Christians have read the Bible. Most haven't read it once. I've read it twice. So I think that's an unfounded comment. I believe there is a God to cope with being human. Oh, you're saying that you personally believe in a God to cope with you being a human, if I got that right. Yeah, I think it's just historical fiction. What religion do you think harms the mind and people more, Christianity or Islam? From the bit that I know about Islam, I would say Islam for sure. I'd say Islam. They're both bad, but like Islam slightly edges it out. Cause it at least where Christianity in some verses gives you the opportunity to like kind of maybe pick and choose like what should be followed and not. Islam's like, no, all this is real, and also the and I'm not going to get too far into it, but there's some horrible shit in the Quran. You've read it twice, and with all the historical evidence backing up that book, you still lost. I'm going to need to see your source. I'm going to need to see your source on that. Because I can guarantee you and I can promise you, I've researched it more than you have. I developed a brain and realized he never existed. W, hell yeah. Wait a second. I believe that you can still have a relationship with God even if you don't read the Bible. Sure, but then don't say that and then also try to get on me for quote unquote only reading the Bible twice. Christianity is only better because it's a pick and choose practice. Islam doesn't allow that. Exactly. Exactly. Why do you hate Jesus so much? What did he do to you? I don't hate Jesus. I don't think he just don't think he was the son of God if he did exist or if he existed at all. That's really about it. Can probably say both my parents told me God wasn't real, but then lied about Santa. But Santa's real, though. That's the thing. Let's see here. Oh, it's going off on this one moron on YouTube. You're not a true Christian unless you've read the Bible 7,000 plus times. Exactly. Unless you brush your teeth with the Bible and then, like, take like some alcohol that has Bible pages dissolved in and then use it as mouthwash, and then make like a Bible omelet every morning, and then shit that out and then like recycle it every morning, then you haven't actually read it. Can you really call yourself a Christian if you don't if you don't wear the Bible as clothing? I'm not Santa, Dina. What the fuck, man? But yeah, you know, little no ham though, because it says not to eat pork, but eggs and green peppers and cheese and on Ezekiel bread made the traditional way with human feces. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. God loves everybody, even if you don't believe in him. Prove it. Prove it. People are sheep. That was stupid. From what state are you in? I don't know why you sound very California-ish. I've gotten California a couple times. I've gotten New York a couple times. I've gotten Texas like once. I've gotten a lot of Canada too. Um, no, from none of those states. I'm from the Midwest. Objective morality is a reason why God exists. I just released a video on YouTube today about why objective morality doesn't make sense, especially if you're a monotheist. So, full plug, check it out on YouTube, and also follow the Twitch and the Twitter and the Facebook and the Instagram. I'm in Cali. I hope you're away from the fires. California. Hugh, this person thinks God hasn't killed anyone. Have they not read their own book? I can guarantee you they haven't. Love Junkie, thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate it. Can't tell that apart. I'm German. Americans confuse me, but you're the smartest one so far. I'm the smartest American. I'm sorry to hear that. I am so sorry to hear that. Social Justice Now, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube. I appreciate it. And Z Creative Media, thank you for following on Twitch. Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, if I'm the smartest American you've met, I am so sorry to hear that. We've got to look like idiots then. Because I only think of myself as maybe slightly above average in smarts. Only ever so slightly, maybe. Even still, that's not saying much, but like, you know, ever so slightly. Love Junkie, thank you for the hand hearts. Appreciate it. You can't see like the... I gotta have a webcam one of these days, but yeah. Appreciate it. I met a few very brainless people. I'm lucky to... I mean, you're lucky there's only a few, because I've met some pieces of work. Same name on Twitch. Oh yeah, I'm Hugh the Atheist on everything. Hugh the Atheist on YouTube, on Twitch, on Instagram, on Facebook, on... You can find it all on my link tree, but on Twitter, on... What else? On Cash App, on Venmo, I don't know. I met God in death. I've met face to face. I have no reason to believe you personally. I do, but like, I have no reason to think that it's wasn't just like a hallucination or something. They thought Germany was a state in Russia one time. Oh man. Oh, fun fact while everybody's in here. Again, Love Junkie, thank you for the hand hearts. I do appreciate it. ADD's going off. For everybody in here, I do know the capital of every country on the planet. Every sovereign country. Territories I'm a little more dicey on. What did Jesus do or say for you to hate him? Brian and Melody, I've already answered you. And so if you're going to ignore my answer, there's no room for conversation. If you think someone who thinks morality is subjective is smart, pick up a book. Okay, well, I'm just going to get you out of here. You're one of those you can't win type people, so no room for conversation. Azerbaijan, Baku is the capital of Azerbaijan. Baku. There's evidence of Jesus' existence, the only evidence of God. As a person that existed, maybe. Even that's choppy, though. God is above space and time. That's where God is. There's no such thing as above space and time. You know, I think that people that say that are kind of admitting that God isn't real, but like they don't know that they're admitting that God isn't real. Oh, Onyx Rock, you're only having one conversation. I'm not talking to you. You seem to be intent on sticking to like your presuppositionalist nonsense, so there's no room for conversation there. I have a few scientific theories that prove a God. Sure, go for it. If it's a Cliff Nettle argument, I might actually blow my brains out in GTA 5, of course. The actual dude, Jesus, might have been real, but he could have just been insane. Exactly. Or he could have just existed and had his story overblown by, you know, people after him. Become Pastor Hugh. I haven't heard anything convincing yet. Thoughts on grapefruit? I very rarely get the taste for grapefruit. It's just too bitter for me. You know, I like grapefruit juice, but it's got to be sweetened a little bit. Something to offset that bitterness. Same reason I don't drink lemon juice straight, but I like lemonade. Cliff and his consequences on the Christian psyche. Yeah, when you have people that want to export their critical thinking process, like Cliff is their guy for it, but for the rest of us, his arguments are garbage. Tell us your testimony, ex-Christian. Oh no, if you're going to put Christian in quotation marks, then you already have your narrative, so I'm not going to try to challenge it. I'm God in GTA. I'm unkillable in GTA. I got a menu installed. I love sour fruits and especially grapefruit. Yeah, I just need something to offset that. I don't like anything that's only one particular taste, like grapefruit's bitterness or lemon sourness. You know, it's got to have something to offset it. I'll even put salt on a grapefruit, just, you know, as long as it's not straight grapefruit. Who's to blame when situations really degenerate? What do you mean? What were your reasons to not believe in God anymore? I just didn't find any evidence for him convincing, but I go over it in my first pin video. Thoughts on sharks and dolphins? Just I don't know. They're cute, I guess. I could fly, but I won't show you. You must have faith I can do it. And if you don't have faith that she can fly, you go straight to heck. You said my experience may be hallucination, but I have one question for you. Go for it. Go for it. Right? Ambitious, not insane. All religious leaders are. Ambitious is a word that exists. I'm not a she. Oh shit. The ah shit. Ah shit. I'm getting canceled. It's over with. Dude, please let me up. Sure, why not? You asked nicely. All right. Hey, what's up?
Actually, lots going on right now. So I'm
Hey, really quickly, how old are you for TikTok purposes?
I am 9.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Host sounds like he read one verse and it's like I'm atheist now. Okay, well you have your narrative, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute you because you got your narrative. You know, you think in your mind I hate Jesus. I have no good reason for being an atheist. Okay, that's fine. Stick with your narrative and see you later. I think he was gonna say 19. Oof. Oof. Come back up. You might have actually were about to say 19. Love Junkie, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate you. Much love. Take care. Well, I'm saying much love. Take care. I said it at the end. How do you explain existence? I don't know. I don't. I think it just is. Thoughts on people that apparently heard God slash Jesus's voice? Hallucinating, conditioned, false attribution of their own voice, or just lying. Hugh, are you God? Definitely not. Existence is, exactly. Can I come up in the meantime? I'm sleepy, so bear with me, but it's always a fascinating debate. Sure, why not? Come on down. Come on down. Thoughts on me? I'm not going to answer that. I used to think I hear my toys talk and isn't worth much. Exactly. I'm not. I was gonna say something that I used to believe. It was. Ugh. Wait 1 second. Okay, there we go. Why answer? Oh no, we're good. You might actually be God or something. Definitely not. Absolutely not. Why is there no God? I haven't seen any evidence to support the existence of any gods. What if Hugh is Jesus? Could you imagine? Deep Red Records, thank you for the follow. Don't we all come from something, a source specifically? Our parents, sure. That's about it. I remember the time talking to my stuffed animals because I was such a lonely kid. Oh, same. Yeah. My childhood was tragic. I'm not going to get into it. The universe might have existed forever and the expansion of the universe reverses back into a sin? A sin? Thoughts on my humor? Twitter humor. 3 out of 10. Give me 2 minutes and I'll request up. Okay, go for it. I used to make my dolls get married as a kid. Yeah, I was a very big toy player as a kid, for sure. Not the Christians thinking telling us that Jesus loves us will magically convert us. Yeah, exactly. I'm not even gonna try to respond to him at this point because it's like, what do you want me to say to it? It's just like, oh, here's my catchphrase. Give me attention now. It's like, okay. 6 out of 10. Oh, my humor or Dina's? I think 6 is generous. Generous. Licorice. Do you play RDR2? If you say yes, you're a man of my dreams. No, I haven't played RDR2. I'm sorry. Oh, you were meant to reverse back into a singularity? Oh, okay, gotcha. Like a cyclical model? If so, I agree with you. Yeah, I think the universe is in cycles of expansion and contraction. It's over. What? I like GTA. They're made by the same people. Come on, please. I'm so glad I found an atheist alive. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. How do you think the first people came about? Do you mean humans or just like beings that existed like living beings altogether? Patrick Star, thank you for the follow. I think they say it to drown out your stance. Yeah, it's like verbal ear plugging. How do you feel about absurdity? I'm kind of an absurdist, or more so just like an optimistic nihilist. You're still a chill guy. I'll follow you on Insta if you have it. I do have an Instagram, yes. It's in my link tree. Hi, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Big fan of Ed's World. Oh man. Oh wait, I got the puzzle piece. Give me a second. Skadoosh. There we go. Audrey, thank you for the follow. What are your thoughts on prayer in general? As a calming mechanism, or as like a, like a wishful thinking sort of deal. Cool, therapeutic, but as something that actually is talking to a God that exists to reach some sort of an end, I don't think it works. Play Doors on Roblox. Roblox, please. You will like it. I probably will. I got to get into Roblox eventually. What's your reason for not believing? I don't see any evidence to support the existence of a God. Talking to the walk? Are you talking to a walk? No belief, huh? Nope, no belief. What caused the Big Bang then? Like nothing can't come from something. The Big Bang doesn't claim to have started from nothing. It just says that it came from pre-existent matter and energy. Now, where that came from doesn't make any claims, but it doesn't claim nothing, and simultaneously, there's no need to put a God into that gap of knowledge. Do you have a cat? I do have a cat. He's very lazy. He's orange, and he's somewhere in my living room right now. Never wants to sleep in my room. Always on the couch. I should make the couch less comfortable, but also I want to, honor his free will. Life exists, I guess. How do you explain our intelligence? Our particular intelligence, evolution. That's how I explain it. We evolved our like a different brain form from our ancestors because it was necessary to. Orange flavored cats, what beans they are. I don't know what flavor he is, but he's definitely orange colored. I appreciate it, Zeev. Thank you. Yeah, where did the God come from? Ask me and I say this God came from an idea from people that want to control, but I mean, that's just me. That's just me. Government and religion is based on lies, but our creator might not be whom we were taught he was. He's real. I just don't see any proof to, believe you. How do I nicely call someone not smart? I don't know if there's a nice way to do it. Love Junkie, thank you for the hand hearts. I appreciate it. Amna, thank you for the ice cream cone. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. How do you nicely do it? Let me think of a way real quick. Say something like, you make me strive to want to study more. Yeah, you make me strive to want to get smarter or something like that. And thank you for the heart, me appreciate it. You're an inspiration of what I don't want to be. I'm actually glad to hear that. I take no offense to that whatsoever. I wouldn't want to be me either, TBH with you. My daily attendance here to gain brain rot. Let's go. It's been a decent one so far. I think I've had the perfect mix of like thinking and not thinking for this stream. No, not you. Okay, got you. No life in outer space. I think there's like alien life somewhere out there, just not somewhere we're ever going to get to. Your question is rigged from the start. Also, don't end your sentences with a preposition. Okay. Amna and Dina in the chat. Yes, sir, ski. I'm no religion. I'm one-on-one with Yahweh. That's a religion. Literally sitting on the kitchen floor right now, charging my phone just because I want to see your stream. Aw, appreciate it. Just make sure no, roaches crawl up anywhere. Where did God come from based on believers? Good question. What in the English teacher comment was that? I don't know, dude. He got his attention, though. That's all that matters. Most embarrassing moment for me? Oh man, there's so many. The time that I greened out and threw up all over one of my friends. It was this one friend I had like a crush on, kinda ish a little bit, and we were all like riding around town getting like really super outlandishly you know, I can't like, elevated. It's the word I'm looking for. I was looking for. And I was the tallest one, so I got the front seat, like the passenger seat, and she was driving. And I threw up all over her front seat, just all over it, all over her glove compartment. It was like a projectile vomit. I ate an edible way too quick, and it was just not looking good. I will pray for you. Jesus loves you, and He will help you find the light. Praying for everyone. Okay, see you later. Take care. Just for kicks, what if you woke up tomorrow and stood before God? I'd have some choice words for him, some very choice words. But if his whole thing is like, okay, I'm gonna send you to hell now, because I arbitrarily preferred your your blind faith in the face of an overwhelming lack of evidence. What do you have to say about that? I'd spit in his face, and then take my hell on the chin. I joined when there were 16 viewers. Now it's 50. Let's go. Hell yeah. What if you woke up tomorrow and stood before Mickey Mouse? I'd stare him in the face, and I'd say, "Thank you for all that you do." And he'd say, "Oh, you're welcome." Okay, that was really bad. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I couldn't stop myself. I refuse to go back to the cult of Christianity, especially with what it condones. I couldn't do it either. No. The literal only possible way I can go up is if all that is absolved somehow. I can't do a mini voice if I even try it. Could never. How do you think the world was created, dude? If you're talking about are you talking about the planet or the universe? If it's the universe, I don't think it was created. I think it's always existed. If you're talking about the planet, then I think, then we can confirm through protoplanetary disks, gravity, over the course of a lot of different years. Favorite movie? Probably Moonlight from 2016. Yeah. I can't really relate to the LGBT message of it, but I can relate to like the rough upbringing message of it for sure. I cry every time I see it. Applebee's for Dollaritas. I heard those Dollaritas are awful. Good night, Hugh and new friends. I'm old and I need to sleep. Have a good rest of your night, Dr. Joe. Thank you for being here. So glad you found my other stream. Well, my actual stream. Haven't watched Green Room. It's impossible for you to watch movies at this point. Green Room is really good. You should check it out. I just saw Heretic not that long ago. Heretic was really good too. If I ever end up like Mr. Reed and somebody take me out. Where's Pin? Pin? Who's Pin? Guy says relativity is self-refuting, goes on to describe subjectivity for 20 minutes to defend his point. Wait, is he gone? Oh shit, he left. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go. Hell yeah. There's no alcohol in them. Yeah. Ugh. I mean, they can't afford to because tequila's expensive, but like, yeesh. Where's the pinned reason that you left? Just click my profile, you see it. It's the very first video. When we know more than their script, they try to insult them and run away. Yeah. I think his main issue is that I would just stop giving him attention after a while. That's why I choose my battles wisely on this. People say, "Oh, you ran, you run, you run, you blocked me, lol, you muted me, lol." Yes, I did actually. When I see somebody's not going to have a productive conversation with me, there's no reason for me to keep them around or pay attention to them. Nihilism is awesome. Nihilism is at first it's not awesome, but as you get more optimistic about it, it becomes a lot more awesome for sure. Love Junkie, thank you for the hand hearts. Appreciate it. Thank you. Gracias. Merci. De Nachos. You taking guests? Probably not for the rest of the night, honestly. I gotta get out of here soon because VCT China's gonna start. And for a topic like this, guests could really go in. I was about to take one earlier, but they were a kid and I just lost interest. Honor Squid Game. Squid Game is really good. He was probably making 50 cents per stream. This one I've made, what's that, 505 diamonds. That's like 252 that I'll get out of it, but hell yeah, we take it. I can make nothing and still be happy though. I have made nothing from the streams and I've still been happy about it. Hugh, you never even read the gospel. Please read it before you judge. Oh wait, no, I've DM'd you before. I remember you from my DMs. Aren't you the one that tried to say that God's real because XXX Tentacion was satanic or something? But yeah, just coming in saying like you never read the Gospels when I've read it twice won't get the attention out of me that you're trying to seek. If you want to like make up narratives, it will not work. I'm sorry. You never read the Gospels. All right, I'm gonna get you out of here. No attention for you, my man. You've never read the Gospels. Read the Gospels. I've read it twice. You've never read the Gospels. Bye bye. Take care. Have a good rest of your night. Love Junkie, thank you for the confetti. Appreciate it. Thank you. These middle school attention seeking methods is actually putrid. This is what happens when parents don't raise their kids. This chat is bipolar. I would have it no other way. Thank you so much for the confetti. I appreciate you. Would you and your cat play Animal Crossing with me? I think she would, not she, god damn it. I keep confusing him with a girl because he looks so feminine. Then I see like his little empty sack and I'm like, okay, well, yeah, no, he's a kid. He's a dude. He's a man. But I don't know how he feel about seeing all the, animals with legs and shit. Yeah, this chat is very bipolar though. I kind of like it that way though. I like an equal mix of ideas. Is the biblical God the only one you're looking to talk about? If you have if you can show where your particular God is and that there are actually real in a way that can actually be substantiated, then sure. But we love bipolar people, never boring, exactly. All right, let me check up on YouTube now that this one chuckle fuck is gone. Not even joking, like 10 out of the probably more than 1,000 Christians that I've debated have indicated to me that they've actually read the Old and New Testaments. They mostly just parrot crap that their parents told them about the Bible. Yeah. Yep, exactly. Their community, their parents, their pastor, they say like, oh, all good. Follow the God. And they're just like, yep, sounds good to me. And then get on me for not reading it when I've read it twice. Because they find my disbelief unsatisfactory. Humans are social creatures. Indeed, we are. Indeed. Or just what their pastors say, exactly. Admittedly, that was me up until I turned like 17 and was like, I should probably read this for myself. Because I didn't want to be lazy, I was just learning science. And I was like, okay, God's the cause behind this science. I was like, all right, I got to learn this shit. Why not learn the thing that I'm dedicating my life to? And it was all downhill from there. Do you watch Hannibal by chance? Please. I did watch Hannibal when it was out. Yeah, I've seen the whole series. Can we debate before I go back to sleep, please? Sure, why not? Let's do it. Why not? Let's bring up a guest. I'm getting filtered again. You are. Jace.
Hey, Lauren. How's it going?
Hey, how old are you?
I am 28, and I almost forgot my age.
Same. On the 28 and feeling my age. Yeah, what's
yeah,
up?
28, feeling like you.
Yeah, it's I never. If somebody told me like just 2 years from 30 would be this rough, I probably would have. I'm not gonna say the rest because I'll be saying like, oh, do you need someone to talk to? Call 1-800-273-8255. Like, all right.
It's like, no, just fix my back.
I got scoliosis
just fix
too.
my
so
knees.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it! Can I stop the little heart sac inflammation? Can we get that out the way, please? Like, I don't know. Also,
and where did my sleep go?
But yeah, what'd you like to talk about? Oh, really quickly, H2O, thank you for the follow, appreciate it.
All right, so I've got a couple of things that we can go for. Would you like the sciencey stuff first, or my own experience first?
Not only the sciencey stuff first, but the personal experience doesn't really get far with me anymore, personally. Okay. Just because it's like it's not my experience, it's not something I could verify, and not something I could do much with. So it's like. And I know that's kind of dismissive for something so profound that you felt in your life, but just from the outside in, it's like, I don't know.
I think it was more the implications or what the experience suggested rather than the actual experience itself.
Okay. All right, let's do the sciencey stuff first then.
Okay, sure. So one of my favorite bits of evidence that I have that I can probably and mostly suggest in existence of gods or a god. It doesn't say anything as to which scripture is right, which religion is right. It doesn't say if Christianity is right and Hinduism is wrong or anything. It's just there might be a god, but it can't tell you which. So there is an experiment called the double slit experiment, And for those in chat who aren't aware of this, I'll run down real quick. There's like a tiny little cannon that shoots protons, electrons, little light particles, and the experiment was to see how light reacts, whether it acts in a wave or if it acts in a straight line, like a pew pew does. And they had a third outcome, which wasn't expected. Both light acts in both ways, depending on if it's being observed or not, which kind of goes to suggest that light, protons, and electrons are sentient, and these things make up our entirety of our existence.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but wasn't it not the act of observation that made them act differently, but rather the like the act of interacting with the light itself that made it act different?
Yes.
Thank you for
yes
the duck on the
no.
candy. Appreciate it.
It's not really the interaction. The interaction itself was the observation. So there was like a mesh film that had a bunch of sensors behind this metal sheet with the slits in it, and there was also a sensor strip at the back to detect different ways of observation. And when the people were outside the room and the machines were on, and it was just the sensors that were inanimate, it acted one way. But when the people were back in the room and they were physically observing it, it then acted a second way. And that experiment has been repeated multiple times, and the only difference between the way that the light waves and protons act is whether they're being observed or not, which kind of suggests that light acts differently on whether it's being observed or not observed, which means it has some sort of intelligence.
What I'm getting at in particular with my question was like more so isn't the fact that the humans were that isn't the was couldn't it be stand to say couldn't it stand to reason that the humans being in the room, like their presence as beings that are made of matter, that are giving off this light, could be the thing that caused the light waves to act differently rather than the fact that they were being observed?
Do you mean kind of like being around
I'm
the
talking about,
electromagnetic force sort of thing?
yeah, like the physical. I'm getting at like the physical presence of the humans being the thing that causes it to act differently.
So like in the same way as you can walk past a radio station and your own field makes it go fuzzy?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Like not
that
so,
is a
not so much like the observation itself, but rather like the physical presence is at least from the outside in, that's what makes more sense to me.
yeah, that's one way that people could look at it. But there's really no correct way because we can look at the data and as much as we can go is go, huh? And that's as much as we've got. There's lots of things that science cannot explain. And with the whole Big Bang stuff, like yes, it is impossible for nothing to come from something. However, mathematically, no. Because in every number there is the number zero, right? And one comes from zero, not literally, but also mathematically, kind of. However, the only thing that can sit outside of space, time, dimensions, etc., is the number zero, and everything which could be described as the number one came from zero. So if everything came from zero and there was that massive spark of some kind of energy that came from somewhere, like there is no ignition without the button being pushed. There's no cause without effect.
Thank you for the heart puff, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think that would be like a personally like, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and claim to know what happened before the Big Bang. I think anybody honest wouldn't do that. But
We nearly can, nearly.
mathematically, I think that's what I'm getting at is I think it's a false conflation when you're adding like like not monetary, I mean kind of, but numerical values to these particular events. Like there's no reason for me to believe that there was a 0 point that was like chronologically that there was a 0 point and that the universe falls, you know, in front of that 0 point rather than thinking that chronologically we are the 0 point and just the movement of like the movement towards one describes time passage and the movement away from one or towards negative one describes like memories and past events.
Do you mean us coming from the 0 point as in humans
I'm so sorry,
or as
really
like
quick.
our globe?
I'm so sorry. B, bye. See you later. Okay, you're stupid. Bye bye. Take care. It's not for you. Bye. It's two smart people talking. Get the fuck out. See you later. Literally, what are you talking about? Bro doesn't know anything. Bye, bitch. Bye. Sheesh. God damn. Annoying. Fuck. Can't follow the conversation. Get out. Bye. Go watch Roblox. Fuck. God damn. I'm so sorry for. Yeah, that was rude. But yeah, I cannot stand intentionally stupid people. It's one of my biggest pet peeves.
One of my favorite debates is the whole flat Earth thing. That's
I,
so stupid.
I never bother with flat earthers. I try to pick and choose my battles, and if somebody that thinks the Earth is shaped like a vinyl record, it's just we're starting from such an illogical point. It's not worth going into.
It's just a fun way to spend your lunch break, just arguing with dumb people on Facebook.
Yeah, if
Thank you, Anna.
I've I've digested the idea that my life, like the time I have, is so finite. I've digested that so much so that I've just lost all desire to spend any of it on people that are intentionally trying to be stupid.
Yeah.
But to each his own. It can be fun. It's just not for me.
Speaking of sciencey stuff and point of views and everything, there is something that I've kind of a theory that I'm not going to call it a theory because it's not peer backed and everything. It's not a scientific theory. It's more of a personal
Hypothesis.
notion.
Okay.
Yeah, hypothesis. So I learned a fascinating fact the other day that kind of blew my mind. So the first bit I already knew, but it's the implications that I didn't. So if you're looking at yourself in a mirror, you are not looking at yourself, but you're looking at a past version of yourself. You're looking at an echo of yourself.
Yeah.
Only minutely, because it takes light 200 billionths of a second to come through a window, hit that window, and then that same amount of time to then come into your eyes, and then the same amount of time for then to bounce back, and then register yourself, and then back into yourself.
Correct.
And then from beyond that, your brain takes time to flip that image upside down, process it, unblur it, and then analyze it, and then you see what you see.
Yep.
Which kind of gives the suggestion that at any given time we are at a unknown delay in our own life. How far ahead in our life are we?
Yeah. So I would agree. Yeah. It's everything that you see, no matter how pragmatically you try to say that there isn't a delay, like for usefulness sake.
Yeah.
I mean, technically there is. It's minute.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant pragmatically, but yeah, it is definitely a delay with literally everything that we see and process.
And we can observe and determine the minimum of how much this delay is, but we can't observe the future in our own existence, so we have no idea how extreme this delay actually is.
Yeah, it's
we could be in tomorrow right now, but remembering today, or rather still processing today.
I guess possibly, sure. I mean, there's
It's unlikely, but it's possible.
Unlikely, yeah. No reason for me to not just saying it because I'm an atheist or not trying to sandbag or anything. Just there's no reason for me to give serious credence to the idea, but it's explanatorily possible, I guess. Yeah.
My ADHD's been stuck on that idea for about 4 nights now.
Yeah, it's but Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, and we just got it's so jarring seeing like going back and forth with somebody that is capable of tracking and can present some ideas versus just people showing out, just throwing out catchphrases.
One of my favorite things to say to them peoples is, okay then, which Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ is a title, not a name.
But yeah, entirely possible for sure. All right, so you said that. So are you done with the like? Do you have anything you want to hear from me about like the scientific part of the deal, or do you want to like jump to the personal allusion to a god figure?
We'll go on to the. Hang on. Do I have anything else sciencey? Actually, yeah, I do. Spacey, kind of. A lot of our the way that we're built visually reflects the cosmos. If you look at our iris, that represents and kind of looks very similar to a nebula. Our brain synapses and the patterns, they look like the interconnected parts of a gaseous cloud in space with all the connected, what's it called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Particle track, something. It's where the light hits the gas and it looks like electric firing through. That looks so similar to our brain underneath a CT scan.
Like a plasma trail?
That's the one. Yes,
okay,
thank you.
Yep, gotcha.
Yeah, the way the plasma trail lights up looks the same way as our brains light up when we're thinking underneath a X-ray, and as well as many other bodily things that look similar.
Yeah, I think that would just come down more so to like our ability to seek patterns in different things rather than like an indication of something that was
true.
Designed us to look similar to our things outside of us.
I mean, we were literally made of stardust too. Like that is also scientifically proven.
That is true. Yeah, it's out of out of star stuff that turned into meat stuff.
And it's not just poetically beautiful, but it's also real.
Yeah, it's one of the with a lot of the more unfortunate parts that come with like a completely materialist reality. That's one of the more beautiful parts for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's really quickly. See somebody on YouTube says that observation through instrumentation is a kind of interaction with the thing being observed or measured, so we should expect the observed/measured thing to be influenced in that process. I would agree with that for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
think
I'd
like
agree with
it's the physical interference that comes with us observing it rather than the conceptual idea that we're observing it that causes it to act different. But that's just me though. Who's to say one way or the other? Me and apparently Doggo Dave over on YouTube.
Also, there's a this one I don't gel with, but this is a theory that because we can't explain the existence of things like dark matter, dark energy, all that sort of stuff, there's the hypothesis that they could be gods, but I doubt that one.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, that's a lack of explanatory power. I mean, then it would
Yeah,
come
I
down
thought
to
that too.
yeah, it just wouldn't be enough for me to
Yeah,
claim
because
godliness or
that's what people were
divinity.
saying about gravity before gravity was fully like
Yeah,
explained. It's still not fully explained, but we have the best like shot we have.
yeah, we got a working set of things to explain it so far. Works good
Yeah,
enough, so I'll use it good enough. Um, but all right then. Now on to the
the personal experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
So I was fully atheist. I think the closest thing I tried at the time was Buddhism, just because I liked the mentality and the practices.
Hmm.
Uh, what's the word? The philosophies. That's the one.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was fully atheist. I really enjoyed debating with Christians because I used to win all the time. I actually used to get kicked out of my religious classes all the time at school because apparently I was way too blasphemous, and my teachers saw it as a direct challenge. But and then one day I was out about in the city, just doing my thing. It was probably the hottest day of the year. I don't think I had been eating, or I don't think I was hydrated either, which didn't help.
Mhm.
And I think I just had a heat stroke, to be honest, and my heart just stopped. I
Oh
was
no.
in the middle of the bank on in the middle of probably the hottest day of the year. I think I was waiting in a queue of like 30 people. Got to the front and didn't have my ID or anything. Had to write down my signatures. That's when the world started like proper spinning around me. Picked up the pen, given them my best shot, and then just flatlined.
Oh no.
And
Glad you're safe.
I was I was on the floor for about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. The ambulance came immediately, but I didn't wake up in the bank. I woke up in a big field of nothing, like kind of like a Assassin's Creed loading screen. That's the only way I can explain it. It just went on
Ooh.
forever whilst being nothing. And I was met with this presence, and I couldn't see her, but I could feel how big she was. It was like being stood next to a skyscraper, feeling the skyscraper, but not seeing it.
Yeah.
And she had a really, really pretty voice. She had 3 different octaves in her voice at the same time.
Ariana
Um,
Grande? I'm kidding.
um, but we kind of went through all my life moments and all the things I did, all the good I did, all the bad I did. At the time, there was more bad. I fixed that over the years. And what felt like absolutely hours of analyzing my own life was probably only about 3 or 4 minutes whilst I was not on the floor being surrounded by paramedics and stuff.
Mhm.
But at the end of it all, she said, "What do you want to do? Do you want to come with me or try again?" And I asked her what she meant by try again. And oh, sorry, I missed out a key point. I asked her who she was, and she said that I'll figure that out in time. But she did give me a name, and that name stuck with me as I was waking up into reality again. But when she said, "What do you want to do? Try, come with me or try again," I asked her what she meant, and I woke up in an ambulance, and that name resounded in my head to the point where I got annoyed with it and Googled it to see if it was like a dream or if it was just uh, deep unalive state psychosis or what it could have been. And then I realized that this individual has had monuments, statues, religions, temples in her name as of like 900 years ago, and I had no idea who this individual was. I had never in my life heard of the word Hecate up until that time.
Bullshit. Really quickly, Casper, thank you for the heart, man. Appreciate it.
And I think that's what turned me pagan, because I had no knowledge of this religion. I had no knowledge of this individual. Hecate was not a name I had ever encountered. I wasn't religious. I wasn't into religion, so I wasn't like researching religion or anything. I was mostly a atheist that was just into video games and stuff. Like, religion just wasn't on my radar.
Yeah, interesting. For sure. Thank you for sharing it. How do you spell the name?
Hecate, but she has like 300 different pronunciations and 300 different names. She actually pops up in almost every religion apart from the Abrahamics.
Yusuf, I'm not going to read the Quran. But but yeah, yeah, it's an interesting experience for sure. I obviously from the outside in, I just chalk it up to like hallucination for sure, but
See, I almost
definitely.
did the same thing.
But
I
until you
almost did
see
the
that
same, but
she was actually something that has been,
yeah.
you know, referenced before by people that you've never heard of before. Um, yeah, it's interesting. I could say it
I
as a
was almost going to put it down to hallucination as well, but you can't learn real information from a hallucination.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's impossible to say. It's I just have to guess, do my research on the frick is the word I'm looking for.
Pantheon?
If I snap enough, it'll come back. No, it won't. I lied. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to look into the goddess or the person that you hallucinated or had this experience with, and you know see what they're jiving with. Go from there, really.
She's a real cool deity, and at the time, still presently, but I battled with these things more back then. But the pagan deities have a different kind of way of handling human issues than the Christian God does. The the Christian Bible says that God handles everything that you've got, whatever your problem is, He'll deal with it, no problem, no sweat. But in like paganism, different deities have different reasons that they'll come to you.
Mhm.
Kind of like it's almost like a task list of one being like, yeah, I'll take this, 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 and this. If you can take this, 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 and then another one's like, okay, cool, I'll take these things.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, then like they have their own different roles and responsibilities, I guess. But
Okay.
everything that she was said to be resounding around were things I was actively going through with in my life as well. So that also kind of felt weird, like almost called out by Google.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'll look into it. She's Greek from the looks of it, from what I just
Yeah.
Greek. All right. Cool, cool. Maybe not entirely impossible that you heard about her in passing during like a Percy Jackson movie marathon or something. Getting at it. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'll guess look into it for sure. You know, paganism is at the very least. I can at least appreciate the lore on a lot of their things. But yeah, thank you for sharing. I appreciate it.
No worries.
All right, I guess I'll let you go here. I guess I'll get to my VCT soon. But you have a great rest of your night, all right? Enjoy
Sure,
your
you
sleep.
too. That was fun.
Take care.
Catch you later.
Hey, take it later. Talk to you later. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Hugh, what kind of evidence was lacking in your belief in Christ? Archaeological, evidential, historical, and logical. Should read the Quran that you never know. I don't need to read the Quran to know that it makes the exact same structural issues as has the exact same structural issues as Christianity does. Use deductive reason, I have, and that's how I ended up where I am. But yeah, we're back. We're back. Got to get off of here soon. What time does VCT start? It's probably live already. They're just yapping before the game. Nope, never mind. It starts in is that an hour? Okay, yes, over an hour. Never mind, we got time. We got time. Hi, how's your night? My night is a night. How's your night going, Nay? It's very different than Christianity. Oh, I mean, structurally speaking, no. Makes claims that can't be substantiated. In Islam, it's like or that's false, like where sperm comes from, and claims of winged horses, the moon split in half, ants talking, and all these things that very clearly could not have happened. Just like Christianity does with things like the flood, or people rising from the dead, or snakes talking, or donkeys talking, or bushes talking. Same moral repugnant doctrines, like and things that get excused by people in the book, like how old Aisha was when she got boinked by Muhammad when he was 54. Yeah, exact same structural issues. I have no reason to go for yours over any of the other ones. If I repeat it, what were we talking about? Honestly, just free for all at this point. We won't get into the lore of Loki. No, we won't. You don't really attract the smart Christians. I don't. A few of them here and there, but I'd say that's like 2% at best. He has a horse daughter that Loki rides into battle. Oof. Skipped over the first part of what I said. I did. What did you say? Well, you said, how's your night? And then, if I repeated what were we talking about, I that's all I see. You probably got filtered. Don't follow religion, follow Christ. That is a religion. Hope this helps. I bullied a Swifty TikToker into deleting his tweet and blocking me. Let's go, baby. No, I meant not Odin, not Loki. I meant to say Odin rides. Oh, gotcha. The sperm verse, show it to me. I thought you read the Quran. You just know it's, where it's in there. Atheism is cringe, Redditor stupidity. Appreciate your opinion, Bush. Thanks for giving it, I guess. I don't know. He's in heaven. Is heaven real? There is no God. Believing in a book that was written so many years ago is absolutely crazy. Or at the very least, a book that has as little evidence for its existence. I mean, of its claims being true. You know? Do you think logic exists in any sense? I think logic as a framework that we use to describe, like that we use to make sense of our world around us. It's just like, we make up these laws to say that things are what they are. Law of identity. Things are not what they aren't. Law of non-contradiction. And that there's no middle ground between what things are and aren't that can describe things, which is the law of excluded middle. And all of those are self-evidently true. And I just think about logic that way. Is it lagging for y'all too? It doesn't say it's lagging. Give you a follow because you my kind of stimulating content. Let's go. Hell yeah. Appreciate it, Jace. Thank you. What did you say to my comment? I missed it. That you bullied that Swifty? I said good job. Thoughts on Thor or Odin? Chris Hemsworth is pretty. No, never mind. But dark matter goes against our logic, but still exists. Logic is subjective. Logic as a framework isn't subjective. Like the 3 laws of traditional logic are not subjective. They're axiomatically, self-evidently true. But then also dark matter does not go against the laws of logic. That didn't answer if logic exists or not. Oh, are you trying to pull like a presupposition of logic as some sort of non-conceptual, metaphysical, woo-woo type thing that has to be accounted for in the same way that we account for things physically? Because if so, you're not going to be satisfied at my answer. And that's completely fine, but it's probably not a conversation you want to have. It'll be a waste of time if I can't engage each point and get to your undivided attention. Okay, then DM me on... I see you're on YouTube. I can't DM people on YouTube, but, if you have a TikTok or a Facebook or an Instagram or a Discord or a Twitch, you can DM me on any of those. Free will doesn't exist. We make choices before consciously making choices. Our choices actually are brain telling us what we're doing. I agree for sure. I'm a determinist when it comes to free will. Just wanted an opinion if you believe logic exists or not. I already answered you to the best of my ability, and I was very intentional with my words. As a framework, yes, logic exists. As a concept, yes, logic exists. I don't know how much more I can boil it down for you. If you let me up, can we talk free will? No, I'm getting off here soon. Cool, thanks. All right, appreciate it. Quran sperm verses 23:14, 86:5 through 7. Oh, take it up with him. Big King Speaker D West M something. I'm not sure. But yeah, that answer was much simpler. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, conceptually and framework wise, yeah. Logic is a language like English or math, basically. Thank you for the GG. Appreciate it. In our hearts, can you tell him to get out? Is God the one causing my pericarditis? Logic is already read it. All right, new goal. Favorite food? My favorite food is pizza, by far. I had a pizza recently, and it was probably the happiest I've been in like weeks. Yeah, like weeks. Yeah, I don't know. Something about the way the cheese and the tomato sauce and and the crust and the toppings just come together, and oh yeah, it's even just thinking about it. Also, a book called The God Equation: Can Science Prove or Disprove Divinity? DM it to me because I will not remember by the end of the stream. A language of a bunch of cavemen with no language sit around a fire. The fire is burning or not burning, correct? Yeah, by the definition of what we, define fire and burning to be, then yeah, it's burning. Pizza's making bro freaky. Yeah, it's getting my Jimmy's Russell, God is everywhere. I disagree. Like, is he in hell? Why do you care so much? You can be an atheist, but that doesn't mean you need to hop on TikTok live. That seems kind of rich coming from somebody who had the free choice to scroll into my stream, somebody with a religious belief that they disagree with or not. So, like saying, why do you have to come on TikTok live? He or she did in my comment section that they had the choice to scroll away from. Praying for all the lost and confused people in the chat. Pray for yourself, honestly. So without language, logic still exists. Without language, logic still exists. The framework of logic. Does logic still exist without a language? Like without people, I'll say it like this: logic still exists, but without people to define the concept or define these things that are like to define identity and non-contradiction and exclude the middle, I'd say it doesn't exist. Praying for others who didn't ask you for consent is biblically a sin, by the way. Yep, Matthew chapter 6, verse 5. You on TikTok live 8 hours a day? No wonder you don't see God. You have no other experiences. Kanye, you're actively lying. I've been on live today for 2 hours, 11 minutes, and 33 seconds, and I know that because I can see my uptime. Lying on me, lying on how long I'm here just to fit your own narrative, like I have no life, and that's why I'm not searching that's why my beliefs aren't satisfactory in the way that you want them to be. It's just really, really shitty. Really, really shitty. You can get your point across without A, feigning concern, and B, making up lies about people. It's a guest dog, calm your mind. Oh, you're a kid. Oh, fuck no, blocked. Hell no. You're a child. I just saw that. Never mind. Get out of here. You're stupid. Who you got winning the Super Bowl? I really hope the Lions get to the Super Bowl and they win it. Not children arguing about religion. It's actually putrid. Man is created from a spurting fluid issuing from between the backbone and ribs. This is not correct. It is indeed not correct. Sperm comes from the prostate. Not sperm, semen. And the fluid in question. Sperm comes from the testicles. Psalms 23 answers your question. The Lord is my shepherd, shall not want. Yawn. You got to check out Theory of Evolution videos. They explain them so. Oh yeah, you're talking to Yusuf over there. Yusuf came into the dog pound and he's getting dog piled. Space doesn't exist, dude. Space definitely exists, but I don't know what to tell you if you don't think it does. If you're going to be a conspiracy theorist, then just don't try to pull me into it. All right. Do I get out of here? I think you believe an intelligent God exists, but don't believe the Christian God exists. I don't believe in an intelligent God. No, I don't believe that anything with intent outside of our immediate material reality is responsible for our material reality. So in that regard, I am an atheist. All right, let me do one last bit of extortion before I get out of here. Oh shit, no, not this. Ignore that. Yeah, fuck it, why not? So happy you're brave to share an opinion. You know what? Hell yeah. Appreciate it. I need to speak to y'all on a better platform. Join my Discord then. And you know what? That goes for everybody. Let me do a last little push real quick. Bigger extortion, please. All right, I'll do a slightly bigger extortion really quickly. Like ever so slightly bigger. Anything over like 10 coins or like a nickel, that's I don't know. All right, there we go. Hugh, if you have a baby, would you want a boy or a girl? Really, either's fine, honestly. Either or. Probably. I don't know. Depends on the situation. If they have both parents in their life, then it, it doesn't really matter. If they have if I'm like a single father or something, probably a boy. Just because like I'd be able to be a lot more firsthand with the things I want to teach them, and I don't know. Why'd you switch? Lack of evidence. I don't know. Thank you for the moots. Appreciate it. All right, we'll get out after it. I'm gonna miss you when you're gone. You're gonna miss me very soon because I'm out of here. It's not in the socials list. Click my description, and it is in my link tree too. Scroll to the bottom of my description. You should see it. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here real quick. Do one last little self promo. Call it a day. Not only is TikTok leaving for Americans on the 19th, but as early as the 17th, which is in 5 days, I will not be able to stream on TikTok from PC. I refuse to stream from my phone, so even for 2 days, so I won't be streaming after the 17th on TikTok. So if you want to keep up with me, follow the YouTube. Well, subscribe to the YouTube. Follow the Twitch if you have it. Follow the Facebook page if you have it. Follow the Instagram if you have it. And follow the Twitter if you have it too. If you want to support the stream in the future, you can send text-to-speech. Oh, wait, no. Wrong one. Oh, shit. There we go. If you want to send, you can send text-to-speech through Streamlabs to either me or Crisis Text Line. You can, my Cash App's there, my Venmo's there. My wish list is there if I'm live while the restaurants are even fucking open. My treat stream is there if you want to send like a pizza or something while I'm live. And my Discord server is in my link tree as well. So click my link tree. You'll find everything I'm at. If you want to follow me on any of them, that'll be very appreciated. If not, that's cool too. But yeah, appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to see y'all later. You say good kitty as I pet on my kitty. No, I'm evil kitty. Dude, what the fuck? No, I'm not going to say good kitty, I say as I pet on kitty. No, I'm evil kitty. Says evil kitty. All right, see you later. But yeah, take care. Much love. Bye. See you later.